president of RIOC, was able to join us tonight. Charlene Indelicato, I'd like to introduce you. And we have a really large agenda, so Charlene is going to talk. And I'd like to limit our questions to a very few. And then we can write down our questions and you can answer them another time. We really do not have time to go into a lot of detail. Okay, thanks.
I only came here because Ellen asked me, but it is truly a pleasure. It's been not quite 4 months since I have become president and executive director of Roosevelt. When I first came in and I gave my presentation to the board, I said it was my dream job. Well, I may have weird dreams, but it's still my I'm enjoying it immensely. What Ellen has also said is about RIRA and getting reform. I don't know the internal politics of RIRA, nor do I want to know. What I do know that my relationship with RIRA as RIOC president is good, I believe, and is getting better. And I believe that the input that I've gotten from the board has been very useful to what we need to do for you. We work for the board, I work for the board sets the policy, and they are diligent in that. They work very hard. We have meetings, and we just came from an audit meeting that we did a nice 2.5 hours at, which is necessary. And the input from the community that they get, in addition to the input that I get, I think makes everything workable. I have looked at the island. What I have seen is that many of the capital projects have, for one reason or another, been stymied. We are now putting a lot of effort into things getting done. We have the camera program, where cameras are being put on, and that's on its way. There's changes that have been made on it because of how the cameras should or should not be positioned. We looked at that. I have people on my staff, and I have been involved in security like that. Jack McManus, our Director of Public Safety, knows very much about that. He's an expert in it, and he's put in a lot of time. I think in programs that we're working with, many of us, Mommy and Me is one program, we are now going to computerize it, put it on things. That takes time. Everything takes time. It's only been not quite 4 months. I can tell you, you have a staff that works at RIOC that is really dedicated. Many of them don't live here, but they love it. I mean, walking here at night, you can't help but love this island. I think we are going into a wonderful working relationship. I know I have a great relationship with the board. I believe I do, maybe I'm delusional, but I believe I do. I have met with many of the people here. Some I haven't met with, and just make an appointment with Corp, and I'll be there, unless, of course, it's an area that someone else has the expertise. And all I can say is I welcome your input into the areas that we are delving into. That is not to say that you will sit by everybody's side and write the program with us. That's our job. And we will do it. And then we will ask for your input and for your comments. I mean, as you know, we have an advertising policy. And we discussed it. And one of the suggestions that were made, well, what about the public? Well, yes, the residents should know. It's on the our website. Comment. It's fine. We'll take comments. But we have to put something forth. Otherwise, you get really caught in no man's land. So having said that, I understand that some people have a few questions. I mean, how to answer them? If I can, as much as I can, yes.
Yeah, you mentioned the
think you should read it because it goes on and on and on and on. Basically, what it does is sort of sets its timetable for how long. It doesn't change it. You know, it has the size of it, the time. I mean, there's nothing that changes free. It's like, there's nothing, but it codifies it. So everybody knows what's important and what's not. So when you come to me that, well, you took this off, or you didn't take this off, or I had no room. Well, now we can sort of take it off when it needs to be off because other people have to put stuff on. It's not to prevent you from doing anything, it's to sort of help you. Yeah, Frank. I'm sorry. Oh, I'm sorry.
Mark. Can you give us an update on some of the things that were started before you came, like the IG reports, things like that?
It was before I came, and I don't have the IG's report, and I don't have the PSD yet. Yes. I'm sorry.
I'm sorry, coming in late, but you might have touched on this, but I think the biggest, most pressing issue that we are concerned with at this point has to do with Cornell coming here and what's going to happen in terms of traffic origin, what's going to happen in terms of the increase in public safety staff, increasing our population by 7,000 folks. Obviously, we need more policing here, we need more grounds people here, we need more busing, we need water. What's going to happen?
We're in the process of doing the budget. We had an audit committee, as I said. The budget will be presented. Those items have been addressed, whether this way or that way. Those items are addressed. As to the traffic, etc., well, we are still meeting and negotiating with Cornell as to those things. I have nothing to say. I need more information from them. Obviously, the increase in population won't happen all at once, thank God, because we really be in some kind of problems. But there is an increase in population, and that is going to have an impact on our island, and of course, on our infrastructure, and that's what we have to speak about with Cornell and with the city.
Is there something that we can do to help you with that negotiation? Is there anything that you need from us?
I think Rick has put together the issues that were of utmost importance. They were right on. And those are the issues we have to go to. You've done your work on that.
Charlene, thank you. We have to move on. We have a lot of people to present. We will go to get to our regular meeting.
I had sent her a question in advance, I would like to hear.
You sent me two questions there.
Right.
And one, one is about the strategic planning.
Yes.
Now, I would love to do strategic planning for the future. I got to tell you, for the next year, we better do planning for now, because the fact of the matter is we have seawall issues, we have some railing problem issues, we have steam plant issues, and I can, visualize and have the visions of 15 years and 20 years in the future, which is great, but right now, I have to concentrate on what we have. Yes, there always has to be a plan, there has to be a maintenance plan, there has to be a plan as to when we do our infrastructure, rather than just like looking at it and saying, oh, that's broken, let's fix it. That is all encased in what we're doing now, because we do have a capital budget project that goes out. We do have projections that go out. So I think that what you said about Fernando as to having a strategic plan, well, I looked at it, there was nothing there. There was this, fill in the blank thing, and then nothing filled in. So that went nowhere, to tell you the truth. As to the OEM issue, I believe in transparency. There are issues that, because of Homeland Security, that we can't do, but when we put out something, it will be on the web.
Thank you very much.
Thank you.